Hey guys, dinner tonight. Look at that counter. Oh my goodness. It's leftovers, but I'm recreating it into something special. So I've done this before. This is a recipe from Chef Rob, a friend of mine. The panko crusted chicken with fresh mozzarella and spinach. So this is the dish that asks for the cherry tomatoes, garlic, baby spinach, and you just pour it on top of the chicken that has mozzarella on it. So here's my spinach, but this is all the extra chicken that I made the other day. So I'm gonna melt some fresh mozz on it. And then on the side we have some leftover penne alla vodka. And then I'm gonna roast some broccoli to go along with that as well. And that is dinner tonight. So I got a tray of broccoli. I'm gonna put some garlic powder on top. We love garlic in this house. Look at all that garlic. And then, because that wasn't enough, garlic oil. I like this little squeezy bottle thing. Learned it from Chef Rob. There we go. Okay, I think I'm going to use my hands and toss it a little bit. Nope, not using the hands. Use the tongs. Toss it around a little bit. I have my oven at 425. Let's start roasting these. Hopefully they're coated enough. And then in the oven they go until they're golden and toasty. Now for the chicken, gonna put some on a tray. Line them up. These are actually pretty big tenderloins. You know, I'm used to tenderloins being much smaller, but these are pretty much the size of chicken cutlets. So I'm gonna get them on the tray. Whole bunch of them, because the boys love chicken and cheese. And then we're gonna line them or top them with fresh mozz. Okay, that looks good. So before I top these with mozzarella cheese, I'm gonna stick them in the oven so they get warmed, because they are on the cool side because they were in the refrigerator. And then when they're thoroughly warmed up, then I'll put the cheese on to melt. So I heated up the pasta alla vodka. The chicken is warming up and the broccoli is roasting. So now let's do the tomatoes and the spinach. See how easy it is to pull together such a delicious, colorful dish when most of the stuff is already made. Yeah. So I got to do that more often, make a whole bunch of meatballs, make a whole bunch of chicken cutlets, you know, big batches. I tend to do that, but sometimes I don't do it all the time. So let's add some butter. Oh, come on. So this is a Chef Rob recipe. Some butter. Wow. Come on, butter. And some oil. So I'm going to put some of the garlic oil. So let that warm up. My bad. So while I was letting that get melted, these are garlic scapes. Let me get them out for you. Sorry about that. I started chopping and didn't film it. So these are garlic scapes that I'm going to use. I got these from my CSA. And you use them just like garlic. You can saute them, cook them, or you can use them raw, like in salad dressings. So I'm going to chop those up and throw those in there. And we're going to add tomatoes. Let me get the tomatoes going first, actually. So let's add some tomatoes. I think I need to raise the heat and let them get blistered. So those are starting to get blistered. Put a little bit of salt. And I'm going to put some pepper, but I have my grinder, so I need 2 hands. So the chicken is warm, so I'm going to put the mozzarella on top. That's still blistering. So, yeah, I got to be really careful. And there it is back in the oven to melt. Broccoli's almost done. And these aren't popping yet. So those are getting nice and blistered. So we're going to add the garlic. Chopped it really nicely. I'll get the rest of that off. Okay. See, so you just use it like you would use garlic. And then, see, now the tomatoes are releasing their juices, so it's making a nice sauce. But Chef Rob said, which I didn't do it in the first video that I did this recipe from him, but I'm going to do it now. He said you can add a little bit of white wine. Let that cook off, and then it'll even make a better sauce. Tasty. Look at that. It's mixing with the tomatoes and thickening up. So let me get that. Let it simmer a little bit so that the alcohol burns off. Look at that. And now I'm going to add the spinach. There we go. Ta-da! So that's going to wilt down to nothing. Oh, it's going to be so tasty on that chicken. Ooh. So colorful, so healthy, and tasty. And this dinner came together very quickly because I had done all that chicken. The chicken is what makes it the most time consuming. And I did all that chicken a couple days ago actually. So this is nice. Had to make sure the boys weren't eating the chicken on the days that I didn't make this yet. Because I wanted to make this, but you know, they're like termites. So I have to make sure no one touched the chicken. So let that wilt, and then we'll plate everything up. See, so that wilted down nicely. So I'm going to turn this off. Mozzarella's getting melted. Broccoli's ready. And I can start serving. Oh, it smells so good in here. Look at that. Enough food to feed an army. And there it is plated. There's the chicken underneath that deliciousness. And that is dinner tonight.